die.
Golf?
Yeah,
Are you a golf guy?
Yeah, I play golf.
Oh, okay.
Frisbee? You froth?
No. What do I like a chump?
Hey, Red, please make sure that we're not muted this time.
I will. I'll make sure.
I like Tiger Woods 2004. Like, it was the goofiest thing in the world. You play against, like, you had the pros that you played against, but in order to play against the pros, you had to play against, like, kind of made-up people. Maybe they were real, I don't know. But they would have just the most absolutely ridiculous golf swings where they'd just be like, and you were playing against them, and it was just absolutely so silly.
That
and
must
then whenever
have been
you
the
hit,
same
like,
animators of the Oblivion sprinting,
pretty much, yeah, it might as well have been, but with golf swings. And then whenever you like hit a good shot, it would go into this like slow motion, be like, do. Oh, and it just had this like loud roar as the ball would just like rocket cannonball out towards wherever. It was like the most ridiculous. It was arcadey, but it was fun, and it was Tiger Woods 2000. You had skill points. You'd level up your guy with skill points like an RPG. Like, it was great. Tiger Woods 2004 was a great time.
I won Zack Snyder's 300, but all the effects. But it's a golf game. I want that.
No,
I love that.
Zack Snyder.
Welcome everybody to the episode of the podcast of this show, which is called the Renegade Realm Podcast, and it's episode 107. I'm having a stroke, which is totally fine. Welcome everybody in chat. I appreciate everyone being here. Barry Donnellan, is I the first? Yes, you is. Yeah, you is. And shout out to everyone in chat. Arcane, Biff Rinaldi, BT Maverick, Andrew Cullinane, American Fury, Cold Eastwood. Oh, look, True 77 is here, like early. That's all. Oh, currently babysitting a fire hydrant at work. Look how early I was able to join the chat. Yeah, fire hydrants. Man, talk about a diaper on a fire hydrant. How does that work? I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, love it. Thank you all so much for being here. Late start because I've been shooting a lot of weddings, and I did not have my camera where it needs to be. So I am using a new lens because it was the whole fucking thing. It was fantastic, and I love it. Max City Ent is here. Sup fam, hope everyone is well and blessed today. Thank you, you as well. The Game Adaptation Newscast. Lift your arms over your head and hold your breath and stop the stroke. Oh, is that how you stop strokes? Well, shit. If I had known that, I would have been
Who needs to go to the hospital? Lame.
Yeah, come on, just put your hands above your head and do a little dance and spin around. Hey, speaking of little dances, Ashtray Gaming is here. We need to get you on sometime. Well, you're Australian, aren't you? Shit. That means you would have to come on at like 7 a.m., right? That'd be awful. We'll figure it out one day. We'll figure out how to change time. But seriously, thank you all so much for being here. I hope everyone can hear everyone this week. That would be helpful for a podcast. We're joined, as always, by Holly. Sorry, there was a fly.
Not a clap?
Well, it was Holly. it was a little gnat like put in front of my face. Let's go, Holly!
I mean, I feel like I deserve the clap. I don't know.
That's true. Words I have never heard. I deserve the clap. Yeah. But go ahead. Yeah. What have you been into?
Touche, sir. Touche.
No. After all the things I've done.
That's a way. That's a real way to greet me. What have I been doing? I've been working on Expedition 33. I'm like 75 hours in. I'm level 88, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And I still don't want this game to end. Like, most games, I tend to get fatigued before the end. I'm just like, oh, come on, finish it already. Like, I just want it to be done, right? This
Yeah.
game, even this long, I'm just like, but I hope there's more that I find that I didn't find yet before, because it keeps happening, and I'm like, this is great. I'm in the endless tower, and I'm on like, so have you guys? You probably haven't found the endless tower yet, right?
I haven't done any. We'll talk about it because I am so disappointed in myself, especially with my frustration I was having last night. But we'll get into it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well,
I think Red,
so
you're further than me now.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Assassin's done the endless. Did you do the entire endless tower?
I have not. No. I've only
Man,
done like
I'm
the first few
assassin.
levels.
Oh, I'm ahead of you because I'm at like
That's
stage.
fine. I already
stage
beat Doom the Dark
10.
Ages.
Well, okay, brag about it. It's like stage 10, level 2, or stage
Playing
11,
on easy mode.
stage 10, level 2, I think. And man, it's gotten really tough at this level. So but I'm like, no, I finished it. But anyway, so I've been playing that, and also Call of Duty and Doom the Dark Ages and Oblivion as Miss Tootie Le Fruity. And
She's beautiful.
Yeah, you just went to the Shivering Isles, which was like the most interesting twist that you could have thrown in the middle of you playing the game. Right when you're doing like you were doing the main quest and you're at like the exciting part of the main quest, and then you found the mysterious door and then went to the Shivering Isles, and I went, okay, this'll be fun because it's the largest expansion they released for the game. It's maybe 30 plus hours worth of content.
Oh, it's an expansion.
Yeah, that's their deal. That's their big DLC. So when people talk about, they say, oh well, what is it? Dragonborn DLC went to Solstheim in Skyrim. Right, or they say in Fallout 3 you had the pit in Fallout 3.
Yes.
Or
No. Yes. Yeah.
In New Vegas you had the Sierra Madre, which was like a whole new region. Shivering Isles.
Fallout 4 was Far Harbor.
Fallout 4 you had Far Harbor. So Shivering Isles is that to what it was, right? It's Anaglis.
It's so pretty.
Anaglis.
What'd you?
I hate to interrupt, but we
Analog-
have 2 showcases to talk about here,
analogous?
so
What is it?
we need to hurry up.
There's another
Brain just.
There's another show in between the showcases. But anyway,
What?
so there's another show. They're not till the week after. The weekend after this next weekend.
Red, you didn't tell her, did you?
That what? Sorry, I was tweeting this out. Tweet us out, Chad, if you
There's
can.
no
If you
show.
saw, I just posted a post, and if you could retweet that.
We're doing the
repost
predictions
that
episode
tweet.
this week, Holly.
Oh yeah, I didn't. Nobody put that in the chat. I had no idea.
Wait, what did
Neither
you
did
say?
I.
Well, that's because I suggested it to Red and he just took it, and apparently he didn't tell anybody.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Hey, go ahead, Holly.
So yes, it's all right. Well, whatever. I'm playing some shit, and then
Nice.
it's the Division 2. I bought the DLC today and I downloaded it. I'm gonna try it out tonight. That's it.
It
I'm
looks
done.
really
I'll shut
good.
up.
I watched the thing for it, and I was like, "Fuck!" I'm just so intimidated by the Division 2 because every time I get into it, the music isn't. Oh my god, the music is like the best. It's the best part of like the whole vibe of it, and I'm like,
Isaac's voice is the best voice in video gaming, just about.
who the
of ever
Garrus?
for me. Isaac. Well, yeah. Right.
Yeah. Oh,
Isn't that
he is
Garrus?
so. It is Garrus.
mean the
God,
IA
No,
voice?
but the
congratulations.
Isaac voice in the Division 2 is like
Yes. Because they have that that like granulated digital thing over it, like where it. Oh my god, it just sounds. And his voice, just as Garrus, he has like this. He has like such a unique voice, like sort of like how Elias Tufexis has like the "I'm sick all the time" voice, but it sounds amazing. He has like this like low register where he's like like the entire time. It's so good.
Yeah.
I love it. I love him. I just
What is
love
he
him
like?
so much. Yeah, he's like he's like agent. That's when I
clip it.
clip that.
The
That's all the
clap.
DLC is. And
And
then that. Yep, exactly. Yep, that's how it happens. Fark you, thank you so much, man. Thank you, bro, for becoming a channel member, a Renegade runner. And hey, if you want to become a channel member, you can do that. You get access to the Discord. And shout out to Beano Hood or Red Hood. I don't know what. I'm just gonna call you Red Hood, like I said last. Listen, he has so many names, but he loves Red Hood. That's where it comes from. And maybe I shouldn't have said the first name, but shout out to him because he. Listen, let's just move right on past that. All right, so thank you so much for becoming a channel member. And shout out to all the channel members. Game Seeker is here. Cold Eastwood, Hargeet Chani, That Blue Number, Barry Donnellan, Biff Rinaldi. And I don't have the list up, and I should. And I'm a terrible, terrible person for not having that ready to go. Oh, look, I love how my face is froze. This is perfect. Oh, and the screen went black. Is this good content, everyone? Let me know. Let me know. Please, God, please. All right, here we go. So out of order. American Fury, Hargeet Chani, Cold Eastwood, Barry Donnellan, Game Seeker, Highlander Grimm. Fark you! Wait, you're already a channel? I don't understand what's happening. Talos Ray, Assassin, AEC founder, Mr. Click, user for games, Brewhood, Nick Artistic, Mojave Mojo, and Jendit. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. As I reset my camera.
You reset your camera?
And there we go. All right. Because I'm like,
Oh wow, the benefits
entire
of
time.
having a camera, right, chat?
I don't know why.
If only
I
you
don't
had
know.
a profile picture to fall back on. Wink,
Yeah.
wink.
Well, that's gonna get clipped by you. I'm sure you're gonna use that, and yeah, like you do all the
Motherfucker,
time. on
I've been
Twitter.
clipping every embarrassing moment this year. You guys just haven't noticed.
Oh, I noticed. I love
I
it.
got
I think
something
it's
for
like
the
it's like your new brand. I don't know. Beano works. See, there we go. See, I'm fine, Holly. I didn't say anything wrong. But anyway, whoa.
It's just like him and Toxic Buttwind must be brothers.
Beano and Toxic Buttwind and who's the other one? Oh, Crippling Debt. We haven't seen Crippling Debt in a while.
Harry Ballsack.
Harry Ballsack. Yeah, there's so many just amazing people. And shout out to everyone in chat. We're gonna get into our predictions about the showcase.
You
I'm
guys
excited
should
to
be
talk
on
about
Call
it.
of Duty.
Yeah, exactly. Exploding into blunts or whatever the fuck's going on in Call of Duty now.
No, it's just Call of Duty has the best handles of any game.
Oh yeah, like Pony Master 420 or whatever Mag says.
Penetrate her.
Oh my god, yeah, shit like that. It's the best.
Stupid.
But hey, speaking of, no, I'm just kidding. DeMarco, what have you been into, man? I know you've been in
The clap?
You've been in the clap. You've been clapping it
myself.
up with content,
Okay.
man. Like you're really on the grind. You seem to be really enjoying it. You've been putting out great stuff. I'm so happy to see you back in the fray of YouTube. But what you been into?
Me. Expedition 33.
That's it.
It's-
Nice.
That's. I mean, I did stream my second first impressions of Tainted Grail, which that game is absolutely worth everybody's time. It is phenomenal. It's like it is a Oblivion 1.5, I would say, though it has a lot of things that we love from Oblivion with a lot of things that we like from Skyrim, and it's not quite a Skyrim. I know in my thumbnail I named it Skyrim 2. But obviously I was just trying to farm clicks and engagement because that's what I do now. I just go for
That's what
bait,
you gotta do, baby.
and I just clickbait everything because that's the
That's what guys
mentality
do.
of my channel.
It's fine.
That's always been the core of my channel. But
Oh
no,
yeah, because that's totally man exclusive, Holly.
I
Yes.
called it.
Yes.
It is in many ways you could sort of consider that's just sort of what people have been calling it, right? So I went along with that. But Tainted Grail genuinely has a lot of things I think RPG fans are looking for, and it's interesting because when you watch the gameplay, it doesn't look that fun, in my opinion, but it plays a lot better than it looks. So you're going through these dungeons, and you're swinging swords, and you're doing your
Dodging.
dodges,
Feels
you're
really
parrying,
good.
and you're bashing, and you don't need, you're able to block even though you have 2 weapons in your hand, right? There's just a lot of little quality like that, and then on top of that, it has a lot of cool kind of differences in choices, right? I mean, I did this on stream, but it's just kind of for the tutorial, but you can either like kind of lie about something or tell the truth about something, and it's 2 different outcomes, but it's the type of game that you sit down and you do those 2 different outcomes, and then you think to yourself, okay, but this might change something like 4 hours from now, maybe.
Right.
I don't know, but it might. And when a game can get me thinking that way, then I go, all right, this is good. This is good.
Some good stuff.
You're good. You're a good game. You're a good game.
I like the hit reaction, by the way. It has that sort of like where the weapon kind of stops on the enemy, sort of like how Vermintide did. That felt
Yeah, it's
really
like,
good.
You got like
instead of just like the swipe, it sort of like slows down as it touches the enemy. Right. It feels really good. And I only played the demo, and I was like, I'm gonna start on survival mode, and I was like, that's not what I should have done because I just died and then I couldn't reload. I need to try it again, but I do plan on getting that game. You tried the third
difficulty
person?
is well balanced. No, I did it when I left. I realized you have to go to the options to toggle it, but it explicitly says it's like this wasn't made for third person. So just so you know.
Yep, they said that. Yep. I'm glad that they say it in the menu
I play in
too.
first person anyway.
Yeah.
I play in first person. I like my games in first person. I will confidently advocate for anybody. The difficulty was that's what I was going to say. The difficulty was well balanced too, in the sense that it wasn't so easy the way I'm getting lost in my thoughts. Oblivion or Bethesda games, when you change their difficulties, the easy's always too easy, the normal's always too easy, the hard is a little bit tedious because they just make the enemies more spongy.
Yes.
Is how they do it. This game seems, even on when you play on hard, this game as far as difficulty goes seems to have figured it out. So you're swinging and you're doing damage to them and they're doing damage to you, and it's a much better balance than what I've seen in a lot of Bethesda games, in my opinion, at least my early impressions of it so far. So I'm fully behind Tainted Grail. Matty just put out a video of his impressions, and I haven't watched it yet, but I know he's gonna say he likes it because it's just a good game, and most people will like it because it's a good game. And everyone should try it. And
Music
it's
is
only
very
$45.
good. Very good.
And it's only $45, and it has like 70 hours worth of content or something, and it's
People are loving it too. It like really picked up. Like a lot of content creators are playing that.
And the trailers, but prior to release, were like in the millions. It's crazy. Like people are just craving. We are starving out here as Elder Scrolls fans in this game. It's great. I watched Xbox Era talk about it, and of course they spoiled. They being Jesse spoiled a moment. I'm like, thanks Jesse, I appreciate that. Go ahead, Assassin.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I was just trying to say, as someone who keeps up with all the latest gaming news and information and stuff, for a game like this to come out of nowhere and even surprise me, that takes a lot. Like, it got even me to like watch the trailer with my girlfriend, and we were both like, huh, how did this slide underneath the radar? And I was like, yeah, okay, mate.
I only looked at it
pick this up
because
now.
I made a video. I had made a video on Oblivion or on Skyrim or something on Bethesda, and people. So there was one comment that said, "Oh yeah, but like Tainted Grail's coming out. I'm excited for that." And not most of the time, a lot of the time, if someone goes, "Oh hey, check out this game," I go, "Yeah, okay, all right." Well, not if they say directly. If they say check out a game, I'll go check out the game. But if they just like say it in passing, they go, "Oh yeah, well I'm more excited about this." I go, "Okay, like that's awesome. I'm glad you're excited about something, right?" This was an instance where I said, "What is Tainted Grail? I've never heard of that one." And I looked at it and I went, "Oh wow, oh wow!" And it's not something such as a Weird Song, right? You know the game Weird Song that's being developed by
Weird,
right?
like why
Weird.
or
Is it
W.
weird? Is it weird or Ward or?
I think it's Weird.
I
Weird Song.
thought they pronounced
Pretty
it
sure
Word
it's
Song, but okay.
In any case, you know the one, and it's supposed to be sort of a modern interpretation of Daggerfall, and I know a lot of people are excited about that, but I've heard someone was correcting me. I was going back and forth with someone in the comments, but I've heard that it's going to use a decent amount of AI, and it's going to be a lot of procedural generation. There's going to be some handcrafted stuff in there, but they want to build a modern version of Daggerfall, which of course to make that much content is it's just not possible,
It looks
especially for an
amazing.
indie team.
That's Wayward
But-
Realms. Wayward
Realms, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Not my type of game as much. I'll keep an eye on it, but as far as early impressions, a game like Daggerfall is it for me. But then I see something like Tainted Grail, and I go,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Looks really cool.
See, that's why you need a camera assassin, because you can with us.
Exactly. Exactly. You want to join in?
Hey
Assassin?
Holly, you know what else I'd rather listen to?
Don't ask me, because I'll say something mean. What?
We're waiting.
Wow, wow.
oh, turn it
Okay.
off.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, my ears.
Let's talk about buttered sausage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
Anyway.
yeah. So, in DeMarco, you said you're playing Expedition 33. So, how far? Are
Yeah,
you?
and I just downloaded Battlefront 2 to be one of the 30,000
Oh, please! We
players.
gotta fucking play
And I'll play it.
bro.
I'll play it for 30 minutes, and then I'll probably uninstall it.
I
But,
played it
you know.
last night with a friend of mine. We just did the PvE mode. It's so good. It's so good. And I'm like, I stopped playing it because I don't have anyone to play with it. It's just one of those games you can't play by yourself unless you're just comfortable. Like Holly, you're totally used to playing like Call of Duty, like just grinding on Call of Duty. But those games, Battlefront 2, it's one of those games like it's just so. It's so good. It's so
Yeah,
good.
I'll add to its player count for 30 minutes, and then I'll probably end up uninstalling it.
Yeah,
And then he'll come play Warzone with me,
There we there we go.
which he
Warzone.
still owes me.
You're right. I
A
do
no
owe
complaints
one.
section.
I owe one no complaining during Warzone.
That's true.
It's
That's
gonna
true.
be tough for him. He's just gonna stick a sock in his mouth the whole time. I won't hear it.
I thought DeMarco already cashed that in like 2 months ago.
No, I
Oh, no,
played
you play the
Warzone,
whole
but
time.
I
Very
complained the entire. I mean, so for what it's worth, I was being hyperbolic about my complaining, but then in hindsight, I was thinking to myself, even if I'm joking about it, it's probably still really annoying. So I said I'd play it, I wouldn't complain this time, and I'd have fun, and I'd smile and go, "Wow!
Did you see that? It was amazing. I love this game.
Oh, everything will just be, that was amazing! That's so cool!"
Fantastic.
So-
I didn't know
Yeah.
you could do that in this game.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Did you see that skin? Best ever unicorn skin. I love it.
God. They literally just need to add an option to turn that off, just so we don't have to see it. I would love that.
They can't. They
need
won't
you
do
to see
that
my
because
unicorn
they
skin.
need you to see. They need you to
Everything
see
but
the skins, so you want to buy them.
I know, but an option. That's all I want.
No, you can't be an assassin. What are you doing?
What is the
Are you
noise?
eating a water bottle?
Are you
I'm
opening?
just drinking water.
What?
Okay,
It
it's
sounds
all-
I
like you're
can't. I'm
chewing
not
on
allowed
it.
to drink water now. The fuck?
It sounds
sounds
like some
like you're
crunchy
chewing on it.
water. He's like, oh.
Yeah, because it's a water bottle.
That's great.
You jerks.
Hey, DeMarco, real quick, what your thoughts? Quick thoughts on Expedition 33 now that you're still in. Well, obviously you're still in Act 2 because that's like the game.
Yes,
But, um,
I think you're ahead of me. The
Yes.
point that I'm up to is to be as vague as possible, as far as story goes, I got past the scene at the mansion where you have kind of a fight
Oh, I
at a
know what you're talking
mansion.
about.
Wait, help me vaguely.
Old Lumiere. Old Lumiere. That's fair. That's easy to say.
Oh.
Old Lumiere, and there's a fight at the mansion, at a mansion.
Okay.
You know
The
when
team-
you know
the
the
team
level
gets
with
the
split?
team gets split. The team
And
gets
then you
split
come
up
back
temporarily.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got you.
that level.
Yep.
That's what, as far as story goes, that's where I'm at. And
Got you. Okay. Yep. That.
I
There's
feel
so
as
much
though
side content to do. There's so much side content.
Which I didn't know.
there's a lot of exploration to go into. I've been exploring quite a bit, and there's a couple places. It's frustrating because there's some locations where I know that there's a merchant in this one or in one of them that I didn't buy all the stuff from, and I want to go back and buy all the stuff, but I can't remember where, or I know that I missed an item on a certain level, but I can't remember what level it is, so I don't know how to go back and find it. And it gets a little bit frustrating because I feel as though like blueprints, I should have been keeping a notepad to remember missed thing here.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think
like
that's
some of the chromatic bosses, like I'm just like, I'll come back for you. And now I'm like, damn it, which ones did I do and not
Where
do?
where was he?
And I fought one near the end of the game where I'm like, oh, it's chromatic, and that's why it took me 28 minutes to fight you. Man, like I'm having a really weird time.
Non-chromatic bosses are harder than the chromatic ones. Like Sprong, the guy that's just walking through the water.
Oh, I beat him finally. You need to be end game to beat him.
Yeah, I went up against him. Or the lady in the Gestural village.
Oh, Golgra.
Yeah, she just kicks you, and then you're
I
dead.
still haven't beat her. Yeah, I still haven't beat her.
Oh yeah, I thought it was a joke. I was like,
worm. There's a sky worm. I still haven't beat that.
Okay.
You see it on the map when you're driving around. You'll see this like.
Yeah,
colorful...
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I am having a very weird time with it. And real quick, I just want to shout out to everyone in chat. There's over 30 people here. I just want to say thank you so much for being here every single week. And yes, I'm talking to you. You think I'm talking to the people I see in chat. I'm talking to you listening that aren't in chat. Really, really appreciate you guys being here. It means everything. And if you could hit the like button, that'd be really helpful. It's free. All you gotta do is use your thumb or your whatever appendage you want. It's not up to me what you put on your phone. To make things happen. But please, if you could do that, that'd be helpful, and you can become a channel member. That would also be helpful. And thank you guys so much. If you could share us out, that could also help everything and everyone. We could save lives. We could literally save lives. Speaking of Game Seeker, thank you so much, bro. Game Seeker gifted 1 channel membership to Renegade Runner to none other than Lotus Esprit, the legend, the myth, the legend, the iconic Lotus Esprit. Thank you so much for doing that, man. I really appreciate it. Colt says, like me, I'm listening to everything while playing Starfield. I talked to Colt recently. We're just like, Starfield just never ends for us. We're always playing Starfield. But anyway, again, thank you guys so much. Brewhood Bino said, I feel like I need to start 33 over again. I got like 2 hours in and haven't touched it against April. You definitely need to start it over then, because you need to stay with it to keep the emotional the emotional string doesn't need to be stretched too thin. You want to be invested into each segment as you get closer to each big event, big cutscene or whatever. I feel like I've done this game a disservice, because one of the things that I've always said that I love about video games is whenever you have the option to, whenever it doesn't hold your hand, it doesn't tell you where to go, you don't have a mini-map, you don't have a HUD, especially whenever you're running around and exploring, and I love that. But because of that, and I'm like, me of all people, I'm like, I should be the one celebrating the fact that I'm exploring and that I don't know where the hell I'm going, and I feel rewarded because of it. But because of that, I'm also didn't realize how much side content there is. Holly, you've talked about it so much, how much side content there is. There's apparently companion quests. Haven't done a single one. And here I am, I'm literally at the final boss, like the actual final boss. I haven't done any of it. And I'm like, fuck, and I'm 40 hours into the game. I'm like,
wow,
Red.
Wait,
what the fuck, man?
Wait, Paintress?
No, past her. I'm at Big Daddy.
Have you been doing all the stuff at camp?
I talk to everyone every single time that we are forced into camp, or even whenever I choose to go to camp. I try to talk to everyone.
Yeah, there are a small handful. There's 3 different companion side quests, I think it is.
Yeah, I think it's for Lune, Ciel, and Eskia, right?
There's
Lune,
one from Minoko.
Ciel, Mael, Minoko, Eskia.
Okay. Yeah, I just feel like, and so now I'm at the end of the game, and I'm clearly underleveled. Like I'm making my way downtown, but like I feel like because I can go back now, and I can still go back and just like run around the open world, but now like the sense of urgency feels weird, and that was sort of where I was at with the game as a whole, where I'm like, it feels like this is not the type of game where I should be wandering around and exploring and having a fun time, because I was so curious and very, very cognizant of the fact that I could get this spoiled for me at any moment. And so I was like, let me just do the main story. And then the main story is like, you should have not just done the main story, because you are getting effed up every time you fight something. I'm like, man, like, and I love it so much. And I said in the group chat the other day, like, it feels like the opposite of Dragon Age Veilguard, where Dragon Age Veilguard, everything about, like, the combat was fucking awesome in Veilguard. The visuals are amazing. It's such a beautiful game. And then literally everything else, the story, the characters, fuck you. And it just like ruined the experience. Now with Expedition 33, because I've gone through just the main story, I love literally everything about the game. And now the combat is what's pissing me off. So whenever I beat a boss, I'm not like, yeah, let's go. I'm like, fucking finally. And then I'm sitting here.
Because you're way too far in the story with too low level because you didn't do any of the side content.
That's what I'm saying. But in my mind, I'm like, I just want to know I'm so curious because everything feels so like this. There's a sense of urgency there where it's like.
It's all rewarding though.
I know
There's
it is.
Side stuff that has like rewarding things and story.
I know, and I just feel like, and again, like I didn't know. Thank you, Matt.
The world a lot better. It makes things super interesting.
I get it.
You learn about all the different environments.
This is me.
You have interactions with the NPCs.
And there's stuff tied into some of the other stuff that you find.
Yep, I know. It's all
like
I've heard of.
It has layers.
It's like,
we just need to have an episode.
I feel like I need to slow down and go back and do that
what
stuff.
You need to do is stop playing Starfield. Stop playing Starfield.
Leave
stop
the boss.
Playing the Witcher. Leave the
need
boss
to leave.
and go do all the stuff in Tainted Grail and all the stuff in Expedition 33.
I play a lot of different things. Listen, every single episode we talk about Expedition 33, and I'll have you know, Assassin, you need to leave. Okay,
You need to
there
leave.
it goes. Yeah. There you go. That was perfect timing. Damn it! Now Holly's covered up. Okay, I can't uncover Holly, but. Oh, there we go. All right. But anyway, so. Oh, Assassin, you need to mute your mic, please, if you don't mind. Okay, I can't think. Can't. All right, I'm just gonna have to
hear
mute
the
him.
PlayStation.
Boom.
Boom,
All right.
boom, boom, boom.
All right, there we go. Okay, we're good now. All right, so whenever he comes back, just let me know. Okay. Anyway, but what we can talk about. We should do like a spoiler cast whenever the time comes, because it's. Man, what a story. Holy shit. Like, it is, like... It goes from one thing to, like...
It breaks my brain to try to, like, fully comprehend. I watched this content creator as a woman make this 45-minute video on this story, because I was like, I think I get it.
Yeah.
I'm not... So I was like, I'm just gonna go watch a video, and it'll tell me what I didn't get in the things that I think I got.
Yeah.
She did such a good job. It was perfect. It was really, really great. I'm still like, am I stupid? Like, 'cause it's so beyond,
yeah.
like it's here. It's here, and I want it to be here, but it's here. Right?
Right.
Like, I get it. 75 to 92%. Right? Somewhere in that range, I understand.
I'm with you. And there were certain things that I was right on, but other things where I was like, oh, I was in the same realm.
I was like, okay.
I'm starting to get it.
All right.
Right.
He's like,
yeah.
he
I was
texted
really
me
close.
right after the end of Act 1. Right after the end. I know the whole story, and I'm marking it down in text right now that I know it. I know the whole thing. I'm not gonna say, but I know it, and this is me writing it down in memoriam that I know it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you don't know it. No, I know it. I'm telling you I know. I'm like, okay.
And I was like, how dumb of them. I did not know it. But there's one thing that I knew, There's one thing that I knew that I was right on. I'm trying to think of how to tell you. Okay, it has to do with color.
I'm good.
Jonas.
No. Don't worry, DeMarco.
Jonas,
It's fine. It's
I
fine.
know French, so that 8% is not French. I know a little French. I know some.
DeMarco,
That's not.
come
that
back. Come on. All I was gonna say, Holly, is that it has to do with I'm gonna use colors. I'm gonna use 2 colors, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Red, and then white. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That I was right about. I just didn't know why. I didn't know how I was right about, but I was very like, oh, okay. So it's so hard to talk about. Anyway, fuck. So anyway, I'm trying to. I'm struggling with that because I want to know the end, but like I also want to take my time with it and experience all the things that I just completely missed out on. Like I feel like and I'm so disappointed in myself because I am the one that takes my sweet ass time with games, especially the RPGs, and I like grind, and I have grinded so much in this game just to level up anyway, but I'm grinding in like the cheap ways, like just fighting this enemy over and over and over and respawning and fighting and respawning
don't do that.
and fighting.
There's so many other things to do.
Yeah,
So
and people
cool.
are like, bro, I went on Reddit and they're like, you suck. And they're like, you just need to do the side content and you will reach the levels. Like, and I'm just making it harder on myself, but love the game. It's just that now I'm feeling like I need to not beat it. Like, not like fight the final boss. I think I need to go back and see what I can do extra. Anyway, God, excuse me. Shout out to Red Dead Panda. It says, I hope you guys are having a great week. Yeah, that's what she said. We hope you are too, and good morning to you. I hope you're having have a great day at work. I'm sorry, I'm dying, and really appreciate you guys being here. Really. Panda says, I've only got Simon. Okay. Okay. She's okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. All right. So, yeah, and Assassin, you are playing games. Wait, is Assassin back? Oh, whoops. There we go. Assassin, are you there?
Can you hear me at all?
You can't hear him?
Yeah, I can hear him now. I muted him.
Oh my god.
Oh, because of the feedback.
There was an echo for a minute, but I was like, I thought something was.
Yeah, I turned it off immediately because it reset to my headset, but I turned it back to my snowball.
That's what she said.
Okay. That's what she said. Jonah says, yeah, Red, you just got to listen to the part of your brain that says, ooh, wait, what's down there? Bro, that's me. That's me every single game. Like, that allows that kind of exploration. And then I'm like, I didn't do it with this game because I was so enthralled with the main story. And I'm like, it's going to get spoiled. Like, but the game doesn't tell you that there's side stuff, which I should love. Again, I'm so disappointed in myself with this game. So I feel, it's just such a weird.
I wish they had a mark-off system so that I could put pins in the places that I 100% completed, because I can't remember anymore where to go back to. Or like I'll go in one of the tornado circle things and I'll walk in and be like, I did this, and then leave, you know, like,
right,
because I don't remember.
That's what spreadsheets are for, which I do because I'm a huge nerd. Spreadsheets. Have you updated spreadsheets to make sure that the auto sum at the bottom is
nerd.
It is the best though. Spreadsheets are the best. So yeah, Assassin games.
Alan Wake 2. I've been playing for 10 hours. That's it.
Great. Well, look, how about this? Let's go into the first topic. And of course, like we do, as tradition,
An hour later.
Because Assassin seems to be getting really cranky, I think we should do intros for at least another 15 minutes.
We can do that. Listen, and while I'm doing that, like as tradition with the Renegade Rail podcast, as soon as we get into the first topic, I have to pee. And so let's talk about our predictions for the Xbox showcase. I literally do just need to inject. That could work. I might look into that. See if there's a way. Does it just go straight up in? Oh,
To the money spot. Yeah.
Whoa. Well,
very
that could
painful.
be that could be a double win. Oh, okay.
That's what she said.
All right. Anyway, and there goes.
Oh, you got him. You got him.
He's like, this is not the podcast for me. I quit.
I don't deserve to be here.
Oh, that got me.
I don't even know what you said to him.
It's fine. I just said it. Anyway. So, 33 people watching with 21 likes. Come on, Red Dead Panda says thank you. Yes, hit the like button if you're having a good time. We're finally about to get into the podcast, to the actual topic. KLZ180 says, "Hey guys, how y'all doing? I finally finished Rage 2. Not a bad game. Now I'm starting my journey on Outer Worlds. What a good transition. Yeah, 2 first-person open-world games. That's great. Rage 2 is awesome. Really, really liked Rage. I liked Rage 1 and 2.
Outer Worlds is awesome. I played it like 3 times.
I actually have it, but I haven't like officially started. I started it whenever it first came out.
You
but
started it.
I was like third
failed.
person. Yeah, I was all caught up on the cyberpunk train. I was I was like not in a good. Yeah. Anyway, but hey, so the Xbox Shun Showcase is coming up in a little over a week from now on the 6th of June. Assassin, I'm going to kick it off to you because one of our predictions, just to get this out of the way, and I'm going to use this opportunity to pee. So, Persona 6 has been rumored for a very long time. We already have rumors about Persona 4 Reload coming. Persona 6, you think we're going to see it at the Shun Showcase? That was an accident. I didn't mean to say that, but yeah, go ahead and go.
I like how we started off with a game that I know that Holly and DeMarco just do not care about.
Very interested.
You're actually interested in a Persona game?
Yeah, I'm so interested. Tell me more.
No, you're not. Okay, do I think we're gonna see Persona 6 at this showcase? No. I don't think we are. I think we're just gonna get Persona 4 Remake and that's it. Honestly, I don't even know why Red brought that up. Like, ATLUS has been too busy with their current projects to, like, even work on Persona 6. So, probably not. I don't think we'll see it. Anyway, DeMarco, what do you...
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Yes, that is it. I don't know why he asked me that. It's like... I don't... It's not gonna be there. Just like I know that Blade won't be there, Arcane. I'm sorry to say that, but... it's too early to see it. But DeMarco, since that's Bethesda related, I want to hear your opinion. Do you think we will see Blade this year?
No, I don't think. I think it's too early for Blade. The reality is that all Arcane, even though it was Arcane Austin that worked primarily on Redfall, we know that there was some overlap, right? And I'm sure that some of the Arcane Leon devs were helping out on it. That game just had its last update about a year ago. It was the last and final update for Redfall. And so now we know that if there was any help going on between studios, any collaboration there, we at least know for a full year that the entire team at Arcane Leon is dedicated to working on Blade, which means that they still, and it was only announced in 2023. So, I think, so... Moral of the story, even if I'm wrong on that date, moral of the story is it still needs development time. It's still in the works. We know pretty confidently that the initial tease of the game was done specifically to try to attract talent to the studio, as well as for investors, right? To say, hey, look at this cool thing we're working on. So there is significantly more time. I think the earliest we will start hearing more about Marvel's Blade will be, honestly, 2027. So I think that this is similar situation to what we had with, for example, Wolverine, where that game was teased very, very early, and it's been quite a while. We still haven't heard anything. I believe this game will be in about the same boat.
Blade?
But as far as I'll just give really quickly my I guess bolder prediction for either of the showcases. For the Xbox showcase, which I am very excited for, I would say bolder prediction is that we are going to get to finally see a release date for Clockwork Revolution. I know that game still has a while to go, but I thought it was at least tentatively 2026.
Clockwork? Oh yeah, well that's 6 months from now.
But the whole so what I mean by that is it could be the latter half of the year where they might not want to show a release date until around when the Game Awards might be, for example.
Well, here's my counterpoint to that, and I don't know at all, just bouncing ideas here. They delayed Fable into 2026.
Right.
GTA is not coming out in the fall now. So they need something to move into the fall. So what's that going to be? I would think Clockwork is a strong contender for it to be that.
That would potentially be a big jump up. Right?
But it might have been a spring game anyway when Fable was supposed to be at the end of this year.
So, okay.
I don't know. I'm just like, the other thing, it's not going to be Gears.
Too soon?
I imagine as far as spring, if they need something or they're looking for something to fill the spring gap, to be brutally honest, I think they would look to their live service opportunities, which would be something Fallout 76, something Sea of Thieves, or something Elder Scrolls Online related. But Elder Scrolls Online is changing their release strategy recently, where I believe that they're trying to have... Well, it would actually work with Elder Scrolls Online's new strategy because they wanted to have more frequent but less big content updates for the game. So if they were trying to move something in because they said, oh, here's a vacuum now that Grand Theft Auto has moved, I think it's a lot harder to say, oh, hey, Clockwork Revolution, you guys can do that, right? Especially if they said they're sitting in their seats going, it's supposed to be 2026, it's supposed to be 2026, and Fable kind of threw a wrench in those plans potentially. Maybe giving them more time, maybe, but to move it up seems like a bit of, unless it was ready to go at that time to begin with. But as far as I've heard and read, it was not ready for this year.
Well, I think that is the benefit of having a June showcase because you're 6 months out from the next year. So you're looking at a game that could potentially release in 6 months or 8 months or 9 months if there's going to be a 2026 release.
Can I just correct something that happened a little bit ago? Because
we're going back to the catheter.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
just
let's go.
shove it real hard, rip it right.
Oh God, I felt that. Yep. Oof.
BT Maverick he just said Call of Duty. Yeah, Call of Duty is always in there, right? Like I'm talking about, like they usually have a story game too, right? Because Call of Duty is Call of Duty. I just want to clarify a little bit because I work with Ben on a lot of stuff, and while I'm not going to LA this year, I do hear, a lot about what's going on. And I just want to say Ben is the one that came up with FanFest, this FanFest party, right?
Oh,
and Ben does a lot for the community, even behind the scenes, because he's a shy guy and he doesn't, he doesn't love to like have all of the attention on him all the time.
Very handsome.
He has been, he's a nice looking guy. He has put a lot of time and effort, a lot of work into this. He is the spearhead. He is kind of like the main guru of this thing, and you guys should follow him on Twitter, Ben Kenobi 2020, and he has funded it. He funded, like,
I apologize. I'm glad you're
him and a couple other guys. So like him and not, but he just like, because he's he doesn't do podcasts. He's only on Twitter. He does his things in the background. And he really just deserves, a lot of the love for it, because a lot of it is his baby, and he really, Like, he's busting his butt and his wallet to do this. So I just want to give him the credit because
damn, shout out
he's a
to
great
him.
guy and
Yeah, I knew that he was involved. I think I listened to so many podcasts and everyone was shouting at Hard Geek because I think Hard Geek was promoting it. So I think that was just my mistake, assuming that was just the Hard Geek show. But I knew that a lot of people were attending. But good for him. That's awesome. And I did see him tweet it out a couple times. But thank you for clarifying, Holly, and apologize, everyone. I'm wrong.
No, it's good. Ben doesn't,
He's not gonna toot his own horn. We gotta toot his horn for him. I get it. He's
That's
a shy
right.
guy.
Beep beep, beep beep,
Beep beep. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, as far as I'm sorry, I didn't want to get off topic because I'm pretty sure we were just talking about what. So DeMarco, you and Holly were thinking Clockwork Orange.
I think a bolder prediction. I expect Clockwork will be there, but I think a bolder prediction is just of mine is to say that I think we'll get a release date for it, which I'm very excited for. And that's for Xbox specific. There's a lot of things that we can expect. I think Xbox and Microsoft, I think they're going to have one of their best years that they've had in a long time, because they're the exciting thing too is that nothing really, and I was watching Cult Show last night and they were saying the same thing, and I know especially when it comes to Xbox, they got their ear to the ground a lot more than I do, right? And they were saying that it was Mag that was saying there hasn't really been a lot of leaks this year, and so there's finally an opportunity to actually get excited about things. So hey, I know no one in this community is a prominent leaker, but just to leakers out there, it's crazy, this concept that when things aren't leaked, we can get excited about seeing them, right? It's this really novel thing about being surprised. I know it's a crazy concept, but it has me more excited this year. And maybe they'll start to pick up, right? We still have 2 weeks left. Maybe it'll start to pick up as we get closer. But at least for now, as a fan who isn't heavily involved in a lot of those communities that spill those leaks, I'm more excited for this showcase, both the Xbox and the Summer Games Fest, than I have been for these in a long time. I'll just say really quick, as far as the Summer Games Fest showcase, I don't know if it's necessarily a bolder prediction, but I think that I'll say two things. I think that we will see Exodus and Star Wars Eclipse steal the show, potentially.
Oh my god, I almost forgot about that.
As far as games that I'm looking forward to, I think those two have a very strong opportunity to be very prominently featured and really steal the stage floor a bit. For a lot of people, obviously, opinions and subjectivity will be a part of that, but for a lot of folks, especially those looking for a new sci-fi RPG, right? Or just these genres kind of fit what they're looking for, or big Star Wars fans, especially for those audiences, those two titles will both be there and kind of steal the show. And I think that it'll fill a gap, because I'll say my other prediction, my last one, is that I do not expect we'll see, specifically with Exodus, I think we're not going to see anything from BioWare this time around.
When the hell
why
was
would
it?
Why would we see anything from BioWare?
Mass Effect.
Oh hell no! We're not
You
gonna
don't
see
think
Mass
so?
Effect.
Nah.
No, we're not gonna see Mass Effect until like the next gen. Anything. Like no.
It's funny.
And Star Wars Eclipse
predict-
was set to be a 2028 release.
I predict Game Awards 2026, so December 2026.
For
The
release
next time
in
we see
November
something.
7th,
No.
2027.
Oh, you mean the re-reveal like they did, or like when
yeah.
they revealed it
Yeah.
first years ago?
Oh,
Yeah.
I also want to say just really quick, I think Everwild's coming to the Xbox showcase too, finally.
It's due time.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what
Phil
it is.
specifically mentioned it earlier this year.
He did, yes.
Everwild and
it's-
Contraband. It's time we see them both. If we don't see either one this June, I'm just gonna assume that they're canceled, or they're just stuck in development hell. There's no way we don't go another month and not see these two games. Also, DeMarco, bold prediction on Clockwork, but
Yeah, I don't
release
know if it's
date-
anything too crazy, but
I do agree with you. I do think we're gonna see it again. I just don't think we're gonna see a release date.
Fair.
Because honestly, I think Perfect Dark is gonna get the release date.
Yeah, Perfect Dark. What were you gonna
They
say,
showed
Holly?
off gameplay. Clockwork has not.
I don't think Perfect Dark is coming out till next fall.
I know.
I don't think we'll see.
Fable's
I
gonna
don't
come
think we'll
out in spring. Perfect Dark will come out in the fall. Clockwork will come out in 2027. Because
So
we have
when's
seen
the-
gameplay of one, but not the other.
So when's Gears E-Day?
Summer.
Gears E-Day can fit cleanly sort of anywhere. They can squeeze that in. That is a
Yeah, now
good-
that I think about it, yeah.
it's a big,
you're right.
big title, but it is very different than a lot of these other games. So
Why are we watching you pick your beard hair?
Because there's a white hair and I want it gone. I don't want it. Sorry, it's bothering me. Sorry. Anyway, go ahead.
But Gears
Sorry,
E-Day is something
we're
that
gonna
would get
see-
the limelight, which the limelight for these studios to release is usually either holiday season or fall, right? That's sort of the two prime windows to release a game in. You don't really want to do it in the spring or summer, so it's going to be one of those two categories. And I think E-Day very easily could be holiday 2026.
So
yeah, I
when
could
does
see.
Perfect Dark go.
Perfect Dark?
See the problem?
You have to take consideration with GTA, right? That is like the big thing. So whatever's
And-
happening in
and-
May.
And how many major titles did you?
Perfect-
Well,
Perfect
I
Dark-
think it's gonna.
So for what it's worth,
GTA
we
is
saw,
gonna get delayed again.
we saw
I
gameplay
agree,
of
I
Perfect
agree.
Dark, but I'm not to be brutally honest, I'm not 100% confident that that's indicative that it's releasing sooner. And the reason why I say that is because I just rewatched the gameplay and it very much looked like a vertical slice, right?
Yeah,
Which is, it's exactly what they show internally to be like, this is conceptually what we're making. It was really cool that we got gameplay, but to me, all of that footage just gave me the impression of, this is very heavy. I'm not going to over elaborate. It was a vertical slice, right? So
Yeah.
that game very easily, I think, could fall into 2027, if I'm being honest.
20 State of
Monad's
Decay.
right. State of
yeah.
Decay.
That's
State of Decay
so
3,
glad.
another
So
one.
glad. Yeah, so glad that he said that. Yeah, what do you think, Assassin, about State of Decay? That is one of my predictions that we're gonna see something.
See, this is the
more.
problem with Microsoft. They have so many games in development, both inside and out. They could afford to have more than one showcase a year. This is the.
So they kind of do. They
No,
do
no,
January, and then they
No.
also do that one in September. Last year they did, and I bet.
Yeah,
they'll do
the developer direct and the I forgot the name of it, but they could afford to do like another showcase, like Nintendo does the direct every 3 months. They could do it, they just won't.
Yeah, so it's State of Decay 3. I don't think we're gonna see.
It's
Honestly, all the games that we've mentioned so far, with the exception of Blade, is a possibility. Now that South of Midnight's out, Avowed is out, Doom is out. Like, we're starting to see a lot of the heavy hitters just finally starting to come out.
I'm calling it. We're finally gonna see something from Double Fine.
Oh, from Tim Schafer.
Well, they
I
have
would love to
multiple
know-
projects.
I would
Something.
love
I mean,
if they
something.
did another Stranger's Wrath. Stranger's Wrath 2. They just, they just almost a little over 2 years ago now, whenever the war started. For some reason, that's the only reason that I remember whenever that happened. They released the HD remaster of Stranger's Wrath, Oddworld, which is my favorite Double Fine game because it's a bounty hunter game, but it's so good. I would love to see a sequel from that, just to have something a little more modern. Not that like the other Oddworld games aren't modern, but they are. Is it safe to say that they're cult classics, or are they super popular and I'm just an idiot?
Classics.
Double
Yeah.
Fine?
Yeah, like are they like breaking the internet? Are they like, do people live and die by Oddworld games? You know,
No.
like
No,
they're
not for
super.
Double
Have an
Fine.
audience.
They're industry darlings. I think maybe would be the better way to say it. I would love to see Stranger's Wrath. You guys ever play that?
No.
Nope.
Son of a. Yeah, it has a like an HD remaster that's fantastic. It's $20. Yeah.
ZeniMax
KL
Online.
Like Grim Fandango. And what was the Full Throttle? Full Throttle was fun. I would love for them to make another Full Throttle. That was cool.
Doesn't
I didn't
everyone
play
want
that.
them to make a Brutal Legend 2?
Wait, was that them?
Yes.
I always forget Jack Black coming. But that would be great. Honestly, that would be great. The game was so unique for its time. The humor and the combat and like the tower defense. It was in the open world. It was really, really cool. Love that. Yeah, FarQ says, I'd love a Brutal Legend 2. KLZ says, when is the remaster of the first Gears coming out? Also, any news on the remasters for the other ones? I haven't played much of Gears, so kind of waiting for the remasters. Reload.
Coming out everywhere. Xbox, PlayStation, PC, August 8th, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Well, there you go, KLZ. And you're definitely going to have a rough time going from Gears 1 Reloaded to Gears 2 the Raisening.
The Raisin Edition. Yes,
The
which is
Raisin.
the only edition. Yes.
Yeah, because everyone's face just looks like a fucking
The
raisin.
turret derp edition, because
Yeah. It's so true. It's so true. That game is rough, but it's great. It's great. Gears 3 is like where the peak look for Gears
it comes right
started
back. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely check it out, KLZ, if you haven't gotten into Gears. But honestly, Reloaded does not look that much different from the remaster that we got, the Ultimate Edition. I still don't fully understand what the hell that's all about. But anyway, I do want to say, because it's in the thumbnail, and I know Holly and DeMarco love this franchise so much. It's Final Fantasy. And if there's going to be... And what I will say, because I don't want to stick on this for too long, but this is...
Thank
Holly just
you.
fell asleep. Yep.
No, we're going to talk about it for a few minutes now.
It's...
Holly, let's talk about something cool while they talk about Final
I'm
Fantasy.
just gonna pick my beard hair while they talk about it.
Okay, I'm not going to lie, Holly. When he was hyping you two up, I thought he was going to bring up Bioshock.
You and I, yeah, you and I
Bioshock,
can talk
yeah.
about Judas, and they can have a conversation about Final Fantasy, and we'll just do it simultaneously.
Let's do that.
Talking
And
over
Assassin,
one
let's
another.
talk
that'll
about
go
Final
well.
Fantasy. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. So, Assassin,
So I
what do
personally
you think
do not
about
believe
Final
that we're going
Fantasy
to be
7
seeing
coming to
Bioshock
Xbox?
yet,
Because
or
Square
Judas,
Enix,
honestly, I don't think either of them
they
are
had
going to
been, they made the deal with Xbox. Like,
Judas
Can you
is
both shut
definitely
up?
going to be around soon.
Jesus
Sorry, I don't even know. I don't even know if that was my actual thoughts on the matter. I was just trying to talk
I don't
about
either.
it.
I don't even know what I
Oh
said.
my god, I heard Judas somewhere in there. It's like, what the fuck?
I don't know, but I will
What?
say, Square
Alright, yeah,
Enix
do your
and
topic,
Xbox's partnership, or and Square Enix saying that everything's going everywhere, or whatever. I feel like this is the time to at least announce that Final Fantasy wake up. That Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to be coming to Xbox. And
It's now or
probably-
never. If it's not, then Square
Yeah.
Enix is not considering Xbox at all. in
Yeah.
their future multi-plat.
And do you
so
think that-
mental and the worst thing ever? I'm so heartbroken.
Thank you, Holly. Thank you. And do you think that it's going to be shadow dropped? Like, and here
No.
it is. Like,
No, I do
Okay.
not. No.
Remake,
As a matter of
remake.
fact, I don't
Creepy
think
nut.
either one.
Droopy Nuts.
Just-
Thank you. Droopy Nuts says, "Hey everyone, how's it hanging?" Well, pretty droopy now that you're here. Thank you so much for that. With $2 super
Fit
chat.
in with all the others.
Thank you so much. Oh, and by the way, and shout out to earlier, there was a $2 super chat from Matthew who said, Xbox butter, and thank you for that. I really appreciate you as well, brother. Really, thank you, guys. Go ahead, Assassin. Let's talk about all things.
There's nothing else to say. I mean, both showcases apparently are gonna have heavy Japanese games, so Holly's gonna have a lot of fun.
That's great. But Holly, do you think
so
like,
many?
After
That's what it sounds like.
33,
That's what it sounds like.
Holly.
Holly.
Yeah. It's like, oh, it is. Yeah, it is. Every character is like, oh, Cloud. Yeah, it is. It is hard at some.
Play Final Fantasy 16 and then tell me that.
And see, that's the thing, man. I feel like I'm going at 15 is my favorite. So okay, 15 is my favorite Final Fantasy game that I can play. 7 is my favorite universe, and 16 might be my next favorite Final Fantasy because it is much less of that, right? Assassin, it's much more serious and much more Western.
It's Game of Thrones meets Final Fantasy. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, and that's what I've heard. I've heard it's much more brutal, but yeah, that is my big prediction. It's like you said, Assassin. I agree with you. It's now or never for them to bring on Final Fantasy VII Remake, and then later on bring Rebirth, and definitely line it up for Final Fantasy 16 to come to Xbox, just to start sort of showing what their plans are for the future, being multi-plat, because they're losing money on not releasing everything everywhere all the time, all at once. That was a really great movie. Did you guys see the movie? Everything Everywhere All at Once?
That was a good movie.
Yes. I watched it in theaters and I was like, that's Data from Goonies. That's all I could think about the entire time.
Hey, Holly, DeMarco, what do you guys think about this whole BioShock business?
There you go.
BioShock 4, BioShock Remake.
Oh, they said they did say they were going to show something before the end of the year, right?
Before the end of the summer.
There was a rumor that started spreading that they were going to show something soon, which the only thing that makes sense to show soon would probably be at this year's Summer Games Fest. So I'm fully anticipating that we get something BioShock related. It's going to be a big year for 2K because they have Borderlands, they got BioShock, they got GTA. So those guys are just killing it, which is super fun. But we'll see something this year.
Infinite umbilical. It just killed me. Yeah, Holly, your thoughts on BioShock? Do you think they're going to go backward, forward, or do another time multiverse thing? What can they do? Because wasn't it teased like Antarctica?
DeMarco just did a video on it, right? Didn't you do?
I made a short.
60s.
I made a short
that's right.
that was taken from the podcast, which is set during the 1960s in the Antarctic in a city called Borealis, and it's going to have close ties to Rapture somehow, according to the rumors.
When the ice melts.
You're going to go to Rapture or be in Rapture somehow for some of it, right? I think that's part of the...
That's so exciting, man. That's so exciting.
But here's I guess where I'm interested as a showrunner, and you're looking to run a show. If you have, I mean, Ken Levine is BioShock, even though he's not doing BioShock now, right?
Yeah.
And Judas was supposed to be out in March of this year, and it just quietly got like a casual delay-ish without, because they never had a definitive date, but they had said March or something like that. So that game's been in development for a decade. Judas has. It can't be that much further away. It can't. And if it was supposed to be March and it just got delayed, what's the most it could get delayed? 6 months to a year? Maybe. If you already had a tentative date that had kind of gotten out there. So if you are doing, so I would expect to see Judas this summer.
Yeah.
maybe with a date. If you are BioShock, do you want to be in the same show as Judas? Do you want to, knowing Ken Levine and like people associate Ken Levine
How
with
comfortable
BioShock?
are you with that? Just because they didn't have, they might have been targeting roughly March, but they never were confident enough in that date to actually publicly announce a release window, even like, you know, in a trailer or anything of that nature. So that to me,
They had 2025 on the trailer last, I think it was. I mean, just 2025. Right?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Judas is under 2K. Yes, it's being published. It's Ghost Story Studios.
Ghost Story
I think
Games.
it's the
Ghost
game.
Story
the,
Games,
is
yeah.
the studio he made, but it's being published by 2K. And 2K, because he said he went to 2K and was like, it's been like 8 years. I need more time. And they're like, cool, man. Whatever you want. You want some more money? Here, like,
Yeah.
we got you. That's what he said. That's what he said anyway, right?
Right. They got it.
So I'm just curious, right? Like, if you are the maker of one of those games, do you want to go up against the other in a showcase? Probably not, right? Or it doesn't matter and people are just happy about it. And to me, Clockwork has always looked like a direct evolution of BioShock Infinite.
Yeah.
So
I
then
can
if
see
you
that.
have Clockwork out at the same, you know, like if you have that too, you probably don't want those. I mean, BioShock 4 is nowhere near any sort of release, so that's probably not really. I don't think it is. So that's probably not like a valid concern about having release dates too close for the same art or feel of a game. But it probably is for Judas and Clockwork, right?
Yeah, and there are plenty of games that, like, we just talked about Tainted Grail, games that are sort of like scratching the itch, you know. Tainted Grail being a scratching of the itch of an Elder Scrolls game. You know, you're talking about Clockwork, or I can't want to say Clockwork Orange, Clockwork Revolution being scratching the itch for a BioShock game. Expedition 33 scratching the itch of a JRPG, that kind of stuff. So if I don't know how much these studios are talking to each other, but I know that Xbox knows, or at least whoever the publisher may be, knows the release dates, and they're the ones that are gonna sort of delegate how to space out these games. So I would hope that Clockwork would be the one to come out first, obviously before the next BioShock game, obviously, right? Because then the sort of like the hype is not the hype is gone, but like I like Clockwork Revolution because it looks like this game that I haven't played in forever. But if BioShock came out before Clockwork Revolution, then it'd be like, well, I just played BioShock, so I'll still play it. But you know, the hype is sort of gone. So I think it's unrealistic for. I don't know. I'm just sort of spitballing. I don't think BioShock's going to come out. It hasn't even been revealed yet.
You know what I think, Red?
Judas.
No,
is
but Judas
being 10. Yeah. Sorry. I kept saying Clockwork Revolution. I meant Judas. Thank you, Judas, not Clockwork Revolution. If that doesn't come out before, or if that comes out first, that's great. But again, we've seen Judas. We haven't seen anything for BioShock, so I think I'm just an idiot. Go ahead, Assassin.
Judas this year, Clockwork Revolution next year, maybe, and then BioShock in 2027. That seems like a fair cadence to me.
I'm always so like, we only have 6 months for the rest of the year, and I'm like,
yes,
that's 6 months, man.
2K
How many games?
2K doesn't have anything for the holiday. They were gonna have GTA, but what if they put Judas in there instead?
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah.
What if they put Judas at the end of October, early November?
That could be a thing.
Woohoo!
That could work.
Woohoo! Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that would be
I'm so bad with the
good. Happy.
Woohoo!
there we go. Yeah, anyway, all right, so what else? Holly, you got any other
Mind's Eye.
predictions for Oh man. Can we talk about that?
June 10th. It comes out June 10th, So they're gonna show something. It's like 2 days after the show.
Previews are not
2 or
looking
3.
good.
Listen.
Well,
I've
I
said
mean,
it.
Whether or not that's true, it doesn't mean that you won't see marketing for it when the show is 2 or 3 days before the release date.
I have said this since I've seen Mind's Eye. I was like, ew, something's off.
I was
with
really
this.
excited for it. I
But,
wanted
like,
it to be good, but it
all
looked
I've-
too good to not hear about before.
But the thing is, like, it never looked. To me, it never looked too good mechanically speaking. It looked good visually, but it never looked good, like, mechanically. All they've shown is you shoot people, and you shoot things, and then they blow up. And, like,
Criteria met.
it's literally all I've seen. And, like, and the things that I've seen that, like, they're like, and you're a top-tier agent with special abilities. And then your guy gets out of the car as if he's, like, has nothing. He's like, well, I'm gonna get out of the car. I'm being shot at. All right, and now I'm gonna shoot back at you guys. And he's got all this experience, and he runs out of cover and starts shooting. All that I've seen of this game is a dude running around shooting people. That's it. And to me, it's like there's
Guys,
nothing about it. What is it?
Playing a dude.
Disguised as a dude playing another dude. It's literally all I've seen. I'm just like, I feel like the only reason that they're not the only reason, but one of the few reasons that people are excited about this is because of the pedigree behind the developers of this game. This looks like a 360 game, and as far as mechanically speaking, there's nothing about it. It looks very shallow. It looks very hollow. It doesn't look like for example, whenever we see these third-person action games, there's usually like some sort of hook to it, right? Like, you're Aiden Pierce in Watch Dogs 1, and then they'll showcase your gadgets. They show how the gadgets work, how all the systems work. All that I've fucking seen is a dude talking about how cool you are and how the world is set in this world with a world in it with lots of sand and deserts and guns. And then it's the same shots of you running around shooting things with things blowing up. I'm like, what is the draw to this game? It just looks like, I don't know what it is. Like, they're not like, and you can explore and do these side missions, and you can change your fucking clothes, and you can, like, there's none of that. It's just like, and you shoot things coming June. I'm like, I don't know, chat, am I crazy? Like, there's nothing about this. DeMarco, did you see the new trailer that just dropped like yesterday or today?
Yeah.
Whatever.
I have not, because I had zero interest in Mind's Eye. I didn't have.
Yeah, I'm
Marco
not
has
shitting on it.
standards, and
It's
if it
just
doesn't-
so.
And if it doesn't hit those standards,
I mean,
people talk about it.
they
we all have
have,
standards. Yeah, go ahead.
you know, the opening shots. They have obviously the big city and the driving,
And the shooting.
right? So they got the basics there.
That's all it is. It's just basics. It's just the game. I don't know, man. I Mind's Eye, and like whenever I first saw it, I was like, this looks interesting. But I thought that was like the little slice of like little tease. But then as they kept marketing it, that is all that they had. That's all they had to show. And then the previews came out for people that have played it. Like Maddie did his video, and I was like, that sounds exactly like what I expected. So I don't know what the hook is for this game, and I'm only comparing this to Watch Dogs because it's set in like a modernish time with high tech, so it's like almost cyberpunk with, you know, low life high tech type, you know, whatever. This is more modern with you have like a drone, right? That's it. That's only high tech. I don't know. I'm not shitting on the game. It's just that for developers that came from Rockstar, I'm like, what are you doing? And also there's a bit of controversy with this game, with people talking about that they're already talking about this massive city, this massive open desert that they're going to allow players to mod and just create the content for them. And everyone's like, oh, here we go, it's Bethesda all over again. And GSC Game World is catching flack for that too. Like, oh, they're just going to let the modders finish the game for them or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what the hell this game is.
That's a stigma. That's always been a very silly comment in my opinion, because the modders, if the game is bad, the modders aren't going to finish the game, right? It's just a very dumb. I'm just gonna say it's a stupid comment to make, because
Yes.
no, there would not be modders if the game is not good.
That's
Like,
exactly what I said.
There's
Yep.
always going to be a couple. There will always be a few, right? There's some gonna, like, look at, for example, Starfield, right? I know, Red, you're someone who really likes the game. There's people who Colt Eastwood, like there's people who genuinely like King Fanman, who he's a great guy, genuinely love it. There's people like Lotus really loves Redfall, right? There's always going to be a community of people that say I enjoy this game. That doesn't necessarily mean it's the majority, and those players that are part of that minority need to accept that reality, right? But as such, you can look at the mod scene for Skyrim, which is from 2011, or you can look at the mod scene from Starfield, and it's two completely different pictures. The guy who makes the unofficial patches for Starfield came out recently and said, he goes, yeah, I just don't want to do it anymore for Starfield. He goes, so I'm going to he's trying to offload it to someone else, see if someone else wants to take on the project. He just doesn't want to. And chances are, there's going to be someone out there, but I have a hunch that nobody's going to really want to fill that role with the amount of work that goes in. But it just goes to show that someone like that who's quote-unquote fixing the game is doing it because they love the game, because it's a good game. They're not going to do it if the game sucks. So to say that, oh, well, they're just going to let the modders fix the game, if you get modders, which means you have a good product to begin with. Plain and simple.
Yeah, it's a really good, and it's funny, I was talking to Colt last night, talking to him and Hargeet, talking about people jumping in as like, it's a passion of mine to mod games. Okay, why would you jump into a game that is universally hated and try to mod it if you didn't like it to begin with? And you wouldn't be able to mod the game if it wasn't made by them in the first place. Like you said, like Redfall. Why would people go out and try to mod Redfall if everyone hates it? Because then they'd have to build everything from the ground up instead of tweaking things, which is what modders do. They tweak things. They add little things here and there, and eventually you have all these different mods, and I have this mod that changes this.
If the game is really loved, that's when you see what happened with Skyrim, which is to say that's when people started saying, well, what if I made Skyrim like a Dark Souls game, and they add in all these ridiculous animations and the visual overhauls that make it look better than some modern releases. I'm just saying. That stuff all happens because the community's big enough, because the base game is, surprise, it's good.
Right, and I think that also, so back to Mind's Eye, there's a, I think, help me chat, are they also working on a game called like, I think the game is called Everywhere, I think is what the game is called. And this game is sort of like a conceptual, it's not like an MMO, but it's like kind of an MMO where it's like you just sort of like live in the world with other players. Help me. What is it? What am I talking about?
Different studio. You're thinking of Dan Houser.
Okay, that's why I was thinking
Build
of
a
GTA.
Rocket Boy making Mind's Eye is Leslie Benz. The studio that you're talking about is Dan Houser, who left Rockstar back in 2018 after RDR2.
Okay, so this is totally different then. Okay, well, forget everything I said. But Dan Houser is working on a game called Everywhere, it's sort of like a life sim, do whatever the hell you want all the time, everywhere. Which sounds really cool, but it doesn't look cool to me. It looks like Fortnite. But we'll just have to see. But anyway, Mind's Eye.
I just watched the Mind's Eye gameplay. It just looks really boring.
Yeah, I agree with you. Go ahead.
I mean, even I'm looking at the objectives. The objectives was like protect the site, get to this place, defend this. Okay, that's cool. I guess. I mean, they're showing some of the customization. You're like, oh, can you like dress up your character and do all that? They showed some clips of that, of the character in different outfits and things.
Oh, maybe I saw it. Maybe I'm looking at different things.
It just looks like a GTA competitor that's trying to do it, but kind of have this underdog approach to it. And unfortunately, when you have Grand Theft Auto that does exist and the sequel right on the horizon,
not a good time.
You need to do something like a Tainted Grail when people are hungry for a fantasy RPG like Bethesda games, and it's been 20 years since we got Oblivion. Not actually, but like since we got Skyrim. That's good timing for Tainted Grail to come out.
Right.
Especially after like Veilguard didn't do well, right? So people are looking for a good fantasy RPG. Tainted Grail comes out at the perfect time. Mind's Eye, not the right time.
Agreed. Holly, you were gonna say a thing or two?
I was just gonna say, I think we'll see Battlefield.
Oh, yeah,
Makes
it's
sense,
time.
yeah. With
It's
play
time.
testing.
Yeah, I watched Gaz's show. He had on Blaze, which I don't follow him, but he actually played it, and he couldn't really talk on it too much. But from how he was talking about that he played it, that it was very good, is what I took away from it. Like sort of like his body language and the way he was. It seems like it's like a return to form. I would hope that it's very.
It's going to be a return to form. I can already see it. It's going to be a good Battlefield game. It's going to have all the staples. There's going to be some things that people don't like. For example, I already saw the controversy about every class, and maybe they tune this. That's the whole point of Battlefield Labs, and I saw a lot of people vocalizing this complaint that every class can use every weapon, so you can play as a medic but still snipe. People who play Battlefield, myself included, especially if they're trying to recapture something like Battlefield 3, we like that it's locked, right? You're playing a class. If you don't like the class, play the other class, right? Don't have a sniper running around reviving people.
Right.
It's just part of the classic Battlefield identity, I would say. Some people will like that, some people will hate it. There's no right or wrong there.
Correct me if I'm
Right.
wrong, DeMarco. Is this the first Battlefield game in a while where DICE has actually asked the community for constructive feedback regarding the next Battlefield? Because I don't think they did it for 2042, did they?
I can't answer to that, but what I can say is it feels as though it's one of the first times that DICE is actually taking the player feedback into account, right? Because even Call of Duty's guilty of this. They always have their betas and their tests, and it's basically just the full game, right? And there's probably some very small changes that go in. For example, we notice all the players are gravitating towards this weapon. Maybe we need to nerf it a little bit, right? That sort of thing. Just every play, but they're not tweaking it on the level that it appears from the outside that these Battlefield lab tests are doing.
Yeah, say what you will about Call of Duty, at least they launched their games with a scoreboard.
Yeah, that was a mistake. Battlefield was...
Yeah.
That
It's
was
time for
completely
Battlefield. I like Battlefield more than Call of Duty. I've been very
Arcane
vocal
says
about
it's
that
the first
at
time, by the way. And
There you go.
Mango Man has a question, Red.
I was just going to get to that. DeMarco, remind me, it has to do with Battlefront and Battlefield because I don't want to lose my train of thought. Manga Man, yes. Do you think Persona 4 Remake at Summer Games Fest or the Xbox event? Also, what are your opinions on it? When is Summer Games Fest? I mean, it's in the summer.
June 6th.
It's not...
Okay. Wow, what a new concept.
It's in summer, isn't it? Summer Games Fest happens in winter. But how far apart are they?
So I'm just gonna list off all the events. So even though this is not an event, Switch 2 launches June 5th. Summer Game Fest the next day on the 6th. Future Game Showcase on the 7th.
Which
The
it was
Xbox
really
Showcase
good
on
this
the 8th.
spring, and nobody watched it. And they should definitely watch the Future Game Show because it was really good in the spring. And
It was
Future
surprisingly
Game Show
good,
is
yeah.
such a good name for a showcase. I love that.
It is,
Nolan
yeah.
North was the host.
Nolan
Nobody
North and
watched
Jennifer
it.
English.
Son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
nobody watched
I
it.
watched it, Holly.
It was
I
great.
didn't. I guess I
They
didn't.
they showed some really good stuff.
Of course you
Sorry.
didn't. You don't care unless it's Xbox.
No, listen. I'm a PC guy now. Listen, haven't you heard? Okay. So anyway, to answer your, I am setting up my PC. Shout out to Hargeet Chani again. I'm setting up my PC to where I can turn it on with my controller. It launches into Steam, and then I sit down and play a game. I cannot wait to get everything set up. I'm so excited to be a PC gamer. But yeah, to answer your question, Manga Man, I would think that this. I think either or. I feel like it makes more sense for it to be at the Xbox event simply because of the partnership with SEGA and Microsoft now. So
Never
that's
say
just
that
me.
again.
Never Sega.
Never say Sega like that
Whisper
again.
it.
I know, let's risk it. I know. Him and Special Nick, I'm like, it's not, or like Adidas.
It
I'm
is
like, it's
not
fucking Adidas.
Anyway,
Adidas?
so I'm gonna go
Adidas,
ahead and
that's
answer
right.
the question too, Red.
Yeah, go ahead.
I am so confident Persona 4 Remake is going to be there at the Microsoft Gaming Showcase.
Yeah, I agree.
I think I already know the name. Persona 4 Rewind. You know, the reload feature with the evokers? You know how you reload a gun? Because that's how you summon a Persona in Persona 3?
Gun and then rewind is something to do with whatever is
Rewind
happening.
yeah. Let's just say that
Okay.
TVs are a main concept in people.
Okay. Okay, I was gonna say, don't
And
say
what do you
too
do
much.
if you want to go back on when
You
you're watching
rewind.
TV? You rewind.
That's a really
Reload,
fucking good idea. I love
rewind.
that.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, Mango Man 2099, and thank you for being here. I don't think I've ever seen you in chat, and shout out to everyone again. Hit the like button if you're having a good time. DeMarco, what I was gonna say was you said Battlefield. You like it more than Call of Duty because
He likes
it's
it more over Call of Duty. As always.
and I feel like I agree with you.
I don't even enjoy the conquest mode, the big mode that's the Battlefield mode. Where you're,
okay.
I don't like that. What I like about Battlefield is that it has a sense of battle lines, right? You play a game mode like Rush and you feel that there's a push and a pull to it, because Call of Duty, a part of it I think has to lean into the respawn timers, and especially the map size is a huge deal. But Call of Duty, did I say respawn size? The respawn time. The Call of Duty, you run around, everything is so fast, and then you get shot, and then you respawn, you run around, and then someone with a shotgun goes bam, you're dead, and you're like, all right, respawn, and like you don't watch the kill cams, you're just going respawn as fast as you possibly can, and you're not.
It's the best.
I love it.
Marco, don't you hate it when you
Elements to
respawn
it.
and then you immediately get stabbed in the back?
Oh, and then there's a guy that's just, because the map is this big, so there's a guy right here that's just like, as soon, because he knows where all the spawns are. So it's just, that's what Call of Duty is. But Battlefield, you have your teammates and you spawn in on your squad, and that's a tactical decision. Then you run around with your squad, you're like, got this guy, and you all work with the other squads to claim. You're working towards getting the one objective, because especially a game mode like Rush is incredibly objective based, where you all need to go. It's just, it has so much of a better flow to it, and Call of Duty, instead I have to look at weed clouds and unicorns and Terminator and goddamn.
You're never gonna let that go, are you?
No, it's the dumbest crap in the world. It's literally, I don't want to play.
Unicorn farting, the Terminator showing up, killing a Ninja Turtle.
enjoy Call of Duty Teenage. I have to look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja
With
Turtles
Homelander
living
shooting in the back.
rifle and a rocket launcher as they run around with their stupid knives, going shanking me, and it's just the dumbest crap as they sprint in the other direction, and all the stupid goddamn sound effects when they're like playing at the end of the mission, and they're like.
Nobody likes the most, though.
It's the dumbest.
Rain in the fire.
Oh my god, I hate it, and I like Call of Duty. I like it, and then they inject all of this stuff. I don't want to play it.
And then we
get
got
it,
a
man.
report last year saying
to
COD
begin
knows
with.
how much we hate the collaboration skins.
The beginning of the campaign was fun, though. I started the campaign, that was fun.
The campaigns are so good. Like, I used
Yeah.
to only play Call of Duty for campaigns. Like, I never played multiplayer.
That's the only reason why I play them anymore. That's the reason why I want the old Call of Duties to come back, so I can play those campaigns. For
I
Christ's
know, me
sakes.
too. Because I don't want to pay for them. I want to go and play those.
Hey Holly,
I would like to play
Holly, I want to ask you something after DeMarco.
Black Ops 2 Zombies. I want to play without the all of this, the like, not in the way that they brought back, because they brought back Verrucht and Shinonuma and all, like,
Terminus?
what is it? No. When they brought back whatever that Call of Duty pack was that brought back all the old maps into, but then they also injected the new
Terminal.
features into it. So you could play. God, what was the name of it? Nachtder und Toten, right? You can play Nachtder und Toten.
Yeah.
You could play Nachtder und Toten, but there was the Gobblegums, and they changed it, right? I would like to play Black Ops 2 Zombies the way it was in Black Ops 2, or Black Ops 1
in
Zombies
Black Ops 6.
the way it was in Black Ops 1.
You
but
mean
in
like
Black Ops
you
6.
mean Yes, I am so with you. I'm so fucking
But that's not
with
gonna
you on
happen.
that.
They can't. It's not even possible anymore because the way those systems are developed. But if they brought back the games through Game Pass, which I'm waiting for, because I want to play World at War campaign, I want to play Black Ops 1 campaign, I want to play Black Ops 2 campaign. If they brought all that stuff back, then they would ideally bring back the original way that zombies were as well.
That actually leads into my question to Holly. So, Holly, I have a question regarding Call of Duty.
I know it all. Tell me. I'll answer.
So,
I got it
She's
all.
got it
so
all.
I actually asked my Siege Squad this question a while ago, and they all said yes to my question. So, to you, I ask, would you be willing to pay for a Call of Duty like Halo Master Chief Collection, like Call of Duty Collection, if it had Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3, BO 1 and 2, campaigns for
BO.
$50, or campaigns and multiplayer for $70?
That's a
So
lot.
actually, it's funny you say that because I've been thinking about this, and I was like, why can't, or why doesn't Activision bundle all of the campaigns only campaigns
Yes.
into a purchasable bundle? Because I would buy the ever-loving crap out of that, and I would just live like a hog in
Dude.
playing through those campaigns.
I would play all 5 of those campaigns
Yes.
if they offered that.
I don't know why they don't do that. I don't even need the multiplayer. Don't give me the multiplayer. Just give me
The multiplayer would be the
campaign.
bonus. Just like turn on the servers, leave it exactly how it was when they all launched.
A lot of those servers were turned on when Activision took them. 70 terabytes.
That's what I was laughing at. True 77 is 70
Yeah,
terabyte
yeah,
download.
yeah.
72. Oh my god! If Activision did that, I would.
No, because they're old games. It's not.
I know.
Uh,
And they're
Yeah, but
great.
this
They
is
really hold
Activision
up.
we're talking about. What if they announced that at the showcase, Holly? How would you react?
Take my money. Like,
Take my money.
and I don't even
Yep.
care if it's in. I don't care
They
if it's in Game
did-
Pass. I mean, obviously, I'd love to be in Game Pass, but I would buy it.
It will
That is
be.
the thing I would buy. Like, give that to me. Put it in my hands. Because I went to go and I want to play the Black Ops 2 campaign. And I went to the store the other day. It's okay, let's see how much it is. On PC, where it should be cheapest, right? $60 full price. And I was like, this is an Xbox 360 game. Are you freaking kidding me? So I went on CD Keys and I went on Green Man Gaming and all the other not so legit sites looking for a Steam key for Black Ops 2, and you can't get one for less than like $55. And I'm like,
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
I'm not buying that. Like, I'm not spending money like that for a campaign that's like 15 years old. Like,
Yeah.
are you out of your mind? That's like,
Hey, Red. Red,
That's
imagine this.
that's
Yep.
my angry Joe.
Red, imagine this. So, imagine we're watching the showcase, right? We hear Captain Price's voice, like always, right? Or it's not a current price. It's actually it's Bill Murray's price. It's Bill Murray price.
Bill Murray price.
Okay, Holly. Yeah, because Bill Murray voiced Captain Price back in the old games. That's what I'm saying.
Bill Murray?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Bill Murray, the comedian.
I'm fairly
Are
confident.
you
yes.
fucking... That is
Did I
not...
just blow his mind without even making my point?
No. No. I need a fact check on that. There is Bill
Yeah, please
Murray?
fact check me. But anyway, so
No, that's
Barry
not right.
Sloane.
we're watching.
Barry
So-
Sloane.
I mean,
Barry Sloane.
Voice times by Barry Sloane, Bill Murray.
told you.
Bill Murray, the
Barry
comedian?
Sloane is the current price. Bill Murray was the old price.
Bill Murray
Hang
was
on.
the old price. Yeah, Bill Murray was Captain Price in Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare, and Modern Warfare 3.
Told you.
Hang on.
All of you owe me an apology.
The old ones. And then when they redid them, I guess, when they redid
I know
them,
my shit.
Barry Sloane
Wait.
took over.
Wait. Okay, Bill Murray. Am I dumb? Okay, Bill Murray, like Groundhog Day. Bill Murray.
Watch it be a completely separate Bill Murray.
It just takes a voice. It doesn't take a face or a body.
I know,
right?
but
I
like
don't-
he does a wait.
I
Hang
don't think
on.
they even
Okay.
had motion capture back then, Holly. Did they?
Okay.
I don't think they did.
I don't think so.
Okay, hang on. This isn't. I'm having.
You broke him.
Okay.
I broke him.
Bill Murray from Groundhog Day. Right?
There's the name Bill Murray is a pretty generic name, so
Yeah, Lotus said
is
it's Bill Murray from Ghostbusters.
From Ghostbusters?
No, it's not the same. It's not the same Bill Murray.
Oh, that's complete. Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Oh my God, like he's the
but
best
now you'll
actor.
remember it.
Yeah, now I'll never fucking forget. Okay. Okay, sorry. I was like, that blew me completely. Okay. So not Bill Murray from Ghostbusters.
Different Bill Murray.
Okay.
Different Bill Murray.
Okay. All right, chat. Take a deep breath.
Calm
Everything's
down.
everything's okay. Everything's okay.
This Bill Murray is from England.
Okay, and it's spelled without an A, like it's Bill Murray, right?
No, it's spelled the right.
Our Bill Murray is from
It's
Chicago.
also
Chicago,
I didn't
right.
realize this. It's Billy.
That's
Billy
okay.
Murray.
Billy Murray.
Billy
right.
Murray.
Okay.
Not Bill.
Okay, so there's two Bill Murrays now.
Well, this is
That's
Billy.
many.
Oh my
Billy.
God, I
There's
was
one.
like,
There's
Billy.
one in the States and there's one in England. So technically, I was right, just not about Bill Murray. You know.
I'm just like picturing Bill Murray like it's bustin' time because that's the phrase that's a classic phrase that he says in Ghostbusters, and then going from that to, all right, kid, get down in the grass, get down in the ass, or whatever he says in Call of Duty 4. I'm like, that's not the same guy. Anyway, Jonah says it was Bill Murray. You all owe me an apology. It wasn't Bill Murray.
I mean, you do. It's still the name of the actor is still Bill Murray.
I
No,
know.
the actor's name
Your
is Billy.
intention.
The actor's name is Billy Murray.
Billy Murray. There you go. We got
That's
it. Lotus
not what it
is free.
said. Not,
William Albert Murray is an English actor best known for playing Don Beach in the Bill from 1995 to 2004. Thank you so much, Lotus.
he copied that from
There we
Wikipedia.
go.
That's the same article I'm looking
It's
at.
gotta be. It's gotta be. I mean, listen. It's fact. It's still facts. It's still facts.
This is the one time that everyone in this situation is right. But anyway, to my point, Red.
Oh, droopy nuts busting makes me feel good. Exactly. Go ahead.
Nothing makes- Oh,
I just wanted. So, we're watching the showcase.
droopy.
Billy Murray's voice pops up.
This is a really long hypothetical.
I
Yeah.
know, because
know.
yeah, I know. I'm trying to get this over
I didn't
with,
even
Red.
realize we were still on this. I thought we were okay.
I like how DeMarco's the
So
one who
instead
cut you
of
off
a
and then
new
you
Call
yelled
of
at
Duty,
me.
Red, what if they actually show off a collection like we're talking about?
Yeah.
And that's the Call of Duty release for this year.
Cool, it's on Game Pass. Anyway, next topic.
It's on Game Pass. All right. I mean,
I'm sorry. Is Angry Marco becoming Hungry Marco?
No, I don't know.
Maybe
I just
if we
feel
hadn't
like...
spent an hour talking about our intros.
No, I think we should have done our intros longer actually.
we should have. You know, let's go back to our intros. DeMarco, what else have you been playing?
I gotta be honest, I really have been having a hankering
Hey.
to do.
Go ahead.
There's a new season of Fallout 76 that starts in a week,
Oh,
and
who
the new
cares?
season of Call of Duty started today.
there you go.
Oh,
and
who cares?
Division 2 just got a fucking big ass expansion. Battle
That's
for
right.
Brooklyn.
So all of this bullshit is keeping me from saving
Exactly.
DC and Brooklyn.
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh wait, hang on. Holly, I have a question. Question.
Yeah.
Do you have to
I have an answer.
know what happens with the other DLCs for Division to go into this one? Is this like a sequel to Warlords and all that? Like, you know how like an MMO
I will tell
like,
you after. Yeah. I know what
Okay.
you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I don't know if you have to be. I need to play because I don't know if you even need to be a certain like gear score, or if you have to finish anything before you do this. It's a good question. It's a very
Okay.
good question. I'm very excited to learn all of this and can report later, but
Okay.
I don't know. I did
how much
watch
is
some
it?
stuff on it, but I was
30?
$15 or
Oh,
15,
okay.
and I think I read it's about 10 hours of content, but that's fine. That's great.
That's good. More is better. New music?
Hopefully they have great music.
Great
music.
All the music in fucking Division is so good. It's so good. It's literally like Mass Effect.
The sounds, even
Yeah.
the sounds, like the sound effects and stuff that they use for certain things, like opening a cache and stuff like that.
And like the digital, everything's like super digitized. Like whenever you drop like a secret mine, it's like it is like all this little like, and you can hear like it rolling to the end. It's so good. It's so good. KLZ, I'm a bit behind, but I'm looking forward to Mind's Eye. Looks fun, and it's only a small 15-hour game. I'm not sure if I will buy it straight away though, or wait till later. Either way, I'll play it. Yeah, there you go. And waiting is fine, man. Don't give in to FOMO. Especially if you can't afford it. That's the whole $80 discussion that we've had. King Styles, what's up, man? Hello. Welcome. Yeah. Wait, who said you can't just drop Bill Murray like that? Who said that? I was trying to go back to it. BT Maverick, yeah. Thank you. Modern True 70 Cents says Modern Groundhogs 3. Yes, I love it. Anyway, what else from Bethesda do you think we'll see? Arcane says.
Nothing.
Starfield.
I think Bethesda will just completely disappoint us.
Starfield is gonna get DLC, possibly a PS5 announcement, and Indiana Jones is gonna show its DLC.
There you go. I agree.
Interesting.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Machine Games released their DLC for Wolfenstein. I know we're going way back, right? And development time takes longer now, substantially so. But Wolfenstein released the Old Blood almost exactly a year after Wolfenstein: The New Order came out, and I suspect that it would be pretty similar for Machine Games working on the Indiana Jones DLC, especially because if they're going to do multiple story DLCs, which given the success of it, it's very possible they might do something similar to Starfield, because this DLC was included in the deluxe edition of the game, where this one will be smaller and then they release a bigger story expansion that is not included as part of that package.
There you go. And I agree. And I don't think that...
Me too.
Sorry, Holly? What?
I want another Wolfenstein game.
Me too. It's some
Do
of the
you
best
think-
first-person shooters, in my opinion.
You know what I would say? I thought about this the other day. What if BJ... What if Wolfenstein 3 starts and it's BJ and it just starts, the camera slowly... He's laying in bed. His eyes are closed. He's having like a bad dream and he's like... Ugh. And then the camera starts slowly panning in. He's having all these flashes of his daughters fighting and all the Nazis and all the suits and all this shit. And then he wakes up and he's like, ah! And then it's like, that was a fucking crazy dream. So anyway, and then all of Wolfenstein Youngblood was just a dream. None of that happened. That'd be great.
It would be one of the only times I'm happy with it was all just a dream.
That's
as
what
the
I'm
answer.
saying. And I would, and the thing is, like, I would be totally happy if they were like, it was just a dream. Like, it would be so, and it would be sort of on brand for them. It'd be so
considering that BJ Blazkowicz is technically, quote unquote, canonically the grandfather to the Doomslayer.
That's true. Exactly. Yeah,
Anything could be possible.
It's true. It's so crazy. Like, so there's like the lore behind BJ Blazkowicz being the origin bloodline for the Doomslayer, because he's like
Grandfather.
a badass. Yeah. Well, just like the origin. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
The orange.
Anything from Ubisoft, Red?
Splinter
We haven't
Cell.
talked about them. Split.
They
Don't you
could
think that's
tease
a bit early, Chief?
they could tease it
The
with like.
Don't you think that's a bit early?
The
Take it
Alters is coming to Game Pass June 13th. That's when that game comes out, so I would expect to see a little bit of that. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
I would actually
Very
think that's
excited for
more Summer Game
that. By
Fest.
the way, it's creeping up, and I'm like,
It's
fuck.
a you game for sure. I told you
thank
on
you
the
for-
demo. I was like, that's all red.
Red was
Because
talking about a shadow drop earlier. Silk Song.
Yeah.
Finally. Get it
Oh,
over
yeah.
with. Rip the band-aid off. Out now. Or out that day.
Power Wash Simulator 2
There you go.
coming out
Jump
late
ship,
June.
guys. Okay, jump ship. I don't know if it's gonna be at the showcase, but God,
yeah,
that game.
looks fun.
Oh my God,
yeah.
that game looks so fucking good. And I know
Yeah.
Holly, you and I have talked about this before. It looks like the ultimate like space co-op, heisty, extraction-y.
Like a
It looks
payday, but
like a payday, but in space. But like you also have to like manage your ship. Like it looks. Talk about a red game. That's, oh my God, I'm so excited for that. I don't know when does that come out, because a trailer just came out for it
That's
a few days ago.
I think. I thought it was this
man.
summer. It's this summer.
We have so
I'm so
many games
excited.
coming out in June, it's hard to keep track.
Ah, God. General Spartan says, I need a crew for Jump Ship. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Game Seeker as well says, yes, when is that coming out? Yeah, Jump Ship looks amazing. Anyway.
Devolver Digital is gonna also have a direct around the same time. They said they're gonna announce more tomorrow. So.
Okay.
So probably Cuffs is gonna be there, because that should be coming out very soon. Remember
Cuffs?
the one with the little crazy animals in the prison, and they're like beating the heck out of each other and like trying to open the prison cells and like breaking out of prison is. Remember?
I thought that was Goat Simulator. That's what it's reminding me of. Because if you remember that Goat Simulator trailer, it looked like everyone was like in prison trying to break out.
It was the one made by a single guy, and everybody was losing their minds last summer because they were like, "What?" Because it looked really funny.
I'm not
Help
sure.
me out, chat. What was something Cuffs?
BT said, damn it, Holly took the words out as soon as I was typing it. Highlander Grimm says, looking forward to playing Metaphor
Cuff
this
Bust.
June.
Cuff Bust, thank you, Arcane.
Cuff Bust,
Cuff
okay.
Bust. Do you
I
remember?
don't remember.
Gotta-
I need to look it up now.
Ah!
Oh wait, Holly, isn't that the one where you play as 4 people and you try to get out of prison?
Yes, and you're like
And you're playing like 4
sabotaging
little
each other,
four
like-
little squishies?
Yeah, they're like
Oh, I
little
love
teddy
that.
bear a-holes.
Yes, I
They're, like,
remember that
different
game,
colors.
yeah. Wait, Holly, isn't that the same showcase where we saw that one where you're playing as like a bean? And you had
Yes!
the glasses and you were shooting everything and you could do
Yes!
everything?
The bean, the kidney bean. It was like, and it was like I guess it's an old,
It was
old,
like- it-
old game that like is.
It was
coming
it's
back.
basically like Conquer if he was like a bean.
It looks hilarious.
Wait,
Yes.
hang on. That's Cuff Bust? I thought that. Hang on. Are you
No,
talking about the
no.
Max Payne,
Two
but you're
different games.
playing as a bean? That's what I'm thinking of.
That's a different one.
Right,
That's
that's
a
not
different
Cuff
one.
Bust.
Different one.
I think that's what Assassin was talking about.
No, I
No.
said that was a completely different game than Cuff Bust.
But that's the
He
one
said
that
it
you
was
were
the
talking
same
about.
show where they came
Same
out.
show where
Right,
they showed it off.
which it looked amazing.
You know what? Did I take
It looks
notes?
so
I forgot
good.
what was we watched that together.
What is that
Holly.
called?
I think you
Yeah, I
wrote down
took
the
notes.
names of everything.
I did. Hold on.
I can't
This is
remember.
why Holly is such a kind soul. She writes things down.
Any thoughts on Mind's Eye? Highlander says, yeah, Highlander, if you go rewatch the show, or after the show goes, I'll put timestamps up and you can hear my thoughts on Mind's Eye, because I went off. I went hard on that. Yeah.
But give him a preview, Red.
Does not look great. I don't know what's going on with that game, is what I'll say. But
Red,
if you
while
rewatch,
Holly
you'll
looks
see.
while Holly looks up the list, I want to ask you, and technically this applies to DeMarco too, because I think he might be interested in what I'm about to ask. What do you think Capcom will show? Because other than Onimusha, we know nothing.
I mean, it's got to be Resident Evil, right?
It could be Devil May Cry 2 as well. We haven't had that series come back in like 6 years.
Yeah, Devil May Cry. Yeah, either one, I guess.
DMC5 came
Resident
out
Evil
2019,
9.
yeah.
Yeah, Resident Evil 9, the open world multiplayer MMO. I'm just kidding. Or Devil May Cry 6.
Plot twist, it's Dragon's Dogma 3.
I mean, that'd be fine too. God, that game was
That would be
amazing.
hilarious.
That game was absolutely amazing.
Once I upgrade to the Pro, I'm definitely going to go back and replay that. I just could not with the 30 frames.
Umbra says, Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, Umbra said what I said. I called Mind's Eye being mid when it was unveiled, and I was the same way. Frost says, "Oh yeah, Cuff Bust. I've had it on my wish list for a while." Yeah,
I was
I'm
just
so glad-
watching the gameplay. It looks very silly. In a very good way.
Funny.
I love those
In a
games.
good
Those
way.
types of games are so refreshing. I love just like the silliness.
The way the trailer was cut, they really did a good job. They did a very good job.
Yeah, yeah.
Dune Awakening. We didn't talk about that.
Oh,
Is it,
yeah,
I don't
that
understand what's
MMO.
happening. Is that out, or is it like people are playing it but not really like it's not public?
It's in test.
Okay,
Test,
yeah.
I think right now.
I've heard the preview. I've heard the tests for that game have been very positive.
Killer Bean.
Killer
Yes,
Bean,
that was the
that's what it
name.
is.
Killer Bean.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yes.
So good. Once again, shout out to everyone here in chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. And if you're new, consider subscribing. That'd be great. We go live every single Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with everyone that you
Game
see.
Secret has a question.
Go ahead.
We'll probably see Wu Chang. 'cause that's
Fallen
coming out.
Feathers?
Yeah, all the feathers.
Oh yeah, it's coming in July. Yeah. Another
yeah.
$50 game, by the way.
Yeah, good price point.
And Game Seeker has a question, Red, which we've talked about
Will
before.
Resident Evil 9 be open world? Game Seeker asks. No. No. I think it'll be open. I think it'll be open hub-ish, the same way that I think it'll be as open as Resident Evil 4 was open, which was very open in comparison to all the other Resident Evils. Actually, if you think about it, even for its
It had
time.
that fine line.
Yeah, even for its time, way back then, I mean, it is a remake, but it was very true to its hub levels, very open. Until you sort of got like locked into the end game and you couldn't go back to those levels. I think that's how it'll be. It was reported that Resident Evil 9 was originally going to be an open world game, and I think that they've taken that back, or taken it back as in they're not doing that. I hope.
Firebreak as well. Firebreak.
Firebreak, FBC. Yeah.
Firebreak seems more like a summer game fest to me. Because
Well,
you want as
yeah,
many
I'm
people watching it as possible.
talking about shows in general. Great.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
2 minutes.
Yeah, that's
shows.
fair.
Yeah.
Also, Red, speaking of RE9, we did get like a small thing or a small tidbit about it. The game's primarily going to be in third person, but it could have an optional first person camera.
For which game? Sorry.
Resident
Firebreak?
Evil 9.
Oh, that'd be dope. That actually would be dope. That'd be dope. See, listen,
Like
I
you
can
said,
enjoy
as long
both.
as it was an option.
Yeah, exactly, man. I love that. I love that. Give me both.
See, look at that. Capcom listened to you.
Listen to me, Capcom. I'll make your games better. Yeah. Anyway, DeMarco, he's got the look on his face like really could go for some gabagool right now. What is gabagool, DeMarco?
Yeah, you're not Italian. I can't.
He wants zucchini.
You can't
That's what he
disclose. You
I
can't
can't.
disclose the. It's a trade secret. I understand.
Yeah,
That's fine. I
Red, he
understand.
wants zucchini and tiramisu. Don't ask.
Dude, I don't do sweets at all, but tiramisu is the thing. Like that is the thing. Oh my god, it's so good. That bittersweet.
Cannolis are
coffee.
better than tiramisu.
Ollie's like, nah. I'm not having that.
I am a coffee psychopath. I do not like tiramisu. Like ever.
Really?
I hate coffee.
Is it just too rich? Like too like way too like sweet or like?
No, it's not. I just don't. I don't think it tastes good, and the texture is icky, and I don't know. I don't like it.
Just get a cannoli.
They just get a cannoli.
I
That's all you
just.
need.
Or a
I'm
lobster
sorry,
tail.
Ollie, I hate to
Oh.
disappoint you like I always do, but I hate coffee so much. You're basically drinking plant shit.
That's okay. More for me. I roast my own, so it's fine.
There you go. There you
But
go.
doesn't it
I've
bother
had
you that you're eating
It's
plant
amazing.
shit though?
Plant shit?
Doesn't it bother me? What?
That we're eating plant shit? I think anything that we eat.
That's
Listen, if you go
basically coffee.
outside,
All
if you go
food is
outside,
plant shit.
if you go outside during the spring, you're breathing in plant sperm, so you can eat plant poo. It's fine.
Oh shit.
There are boundaries to Marco, but
So
yes.
that would explain.
Biology.
So, because science is science, everyone. You don't eat sweets? I do not. Well, like I do, but like I'll like nibble it. I'll be like a little piece, be like, that's what it tastes like, and that's the end of it. That's
Leave the gun, take the cannoli.
But his blood is 3/4 Buttersworth.
That's true. It is.
butter-
Yeah. It's funny.
butter-
I actually stopped that because I was purging so much. Sugar-free things will fuck your stomach up, and I found that out. So that's something that I had to stop. So the Buttersworth. Werther's.
Something original, but Werther's.
Werther's.
you go.
Buttersworth. I was like,
Yeah, whatever they
she
were.
got
yeah,
me
yeah.
there like the Express A train, Mrs. Buttersworth or whatever it was. Yeah, I had to stop doing that. Chocolate is plant shit. Oh, thank you, BT. I didn't know that. It's great. I love it here. Look, we're out of time. We're over. We went way over because we were also late. Man,
No, me and DeMarco, we were on time.
you guys were definitely on time, and I want to shout out to everyone here. There's over 45, or at least 45 people here, including us here on the panel. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I mean that. I'm not just thanking you guys in chat. I'm also thanking the people that are lurking, that are not in chat. And again, if you're new here, at least hit the like button. That'd be cool. That'd be great. But it's been such a fun show. We're always loose and goosey, loosey and goosey as always. That's the whole mantra that we do here at the Renegade Realm podcast. DeMarco, what's your
Whatever
mantra?
happened to Odani?
Something related to pasta or something, and some meatballs and tomato sauce.
That's very, very race stereotypical of you. How dare you? You're allowed to do it though, so I it's okay.
Unless it's
everything's good.
spaghetti, because spaghetti's the worst form of pasta. Penne's good though.
Yeah. I love how everyone in chat's like, "See you guys later." Everyone's like, "We already know where this is."
They know it's gonna be 25 minutes.
You know what? Let's do this. Record time outros. Let's get the fuck out of here. DeMarco, where can they find you?
DeMarco Dude on YouTube and Twitter. Please check out some of the stuff that we're doing over there. Got some content that I've been pumping out. Really excited about those videos. Good stuff. I hope you enjoy it.
Those links are in the description. Please go check out DeMarco in the description below. He's got a podcast every single Thursday. He does it solo. Sometimes he does it not solo. Either way, it's a great time. And if you can't watch it, save it, catch it on the replay. It's a great time. And congratulations to Marco for your success with your couple videos that you put out lately. It's been so good. I'm so happy for you. It's great. So check him out there. It's in the description. Go do it right now. Holly, who are you? Where are you?
Yeah, so I'm me, and I stream sometimes on my channel, and I do the Infinite podcast on Friday nights at BT, don't you dare. I do the Infinite podcast on Friday nights at 7 p.m. Central Time, and I have a announcement, I guess. I am going to have some conflicts on Tuesdays for an unbeknownst amount of time. So I am taking, I guess you would say, a break until all of that resolves. So come see me on my channel, because I will be there. And I am attempting, because Colt outed me last night. I am attempting to make my first video. I recorded tons of stuff and it sucked. Well, I thought it sucked because I watched me and I don't like to watch me. So
That was a long segment. On Colt's show, that was a long segment.
Oh.
I missed it last night because I was playing Battlefront.
It was really, I loved it. It was great.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go back and edit some more out of it, and try to maybe get it up, but I don't know.
That's what she said.
We'll see. Or I'll just switch topics. But anyway, I'll shut up.
Yep.
Sorry. Thank you. Okay, bye.
Listen, and anytime, well, we can talk about behind the scenes, but yeah, that's great, and hopefully the work stuff doesn't take up too much stress in your life. So whatever's going on, hopefully that sorts itself out. But yeah, go check out Holly. Go subscribe to her. Why are you laughing?
True 77.
She's going on
going
Holly
on Holly
Day.
Day. I don't know why that made me laugh.
I'll show myself.
That's good. That's so good.
That's really good. Man, I haven't heard Assassin laugh this hard since he was a little girl. Oh,
Since you
Happy Bump. We're excited for your videos, Holly. Yes, we are. And again, and you have a lot of YouTubers that know how to edit videos, so you can reach out to everyone all at once. So
he means Red.
just saying.
He means himself.
No, I'm just saying. Well, yeah, but like whoever, there's options. You have options. Anyway, but that's great. Yeah, go check out Holly's channel in the description. Go follow her on YouTube, Twitter, all that kind of stuff. And I look forward to the future there. And Assassin, where are you and why? Why are you?
I wish you would stop asking me why, because I never have an answer.
You
can find me on Twitter at Assassin52. You can find me on Twitter at Assassin52. I talk about games and what I think, mostly because I have the most correct opinion out of everyone here. Even though they tend to disagree. But anyway, so yeah, you can find me on Twitter. I'm not really in the whole content creator business thing. I did talk to DeMarco about that, so maybe later on when I can actually have the time to actually do it. I actually just prefer to play games and talk about them. So yeah. Also, Red, before we go, are we even going to stream any of these events that we've talked about today? Or are you too busy?
So I have a dentist appointment starting on a slew of it's a whole thing, but I'm having surgery on my mouth for like the next 8 months or whatever, starting June 6th. So if I'm feeling okay on June 6th, I will do it.
You're having a long surgery?
I'm having a lot of work done to my mouth finally because I've been saving up. And
oh my god!
It's been a long time coming. As some of you may have noticed, I had an extraction here on this side of my mouth. That was for Invisalign from a long time ago. I bit into a burger and broke my tooth, and they just had to take it out because the plan was to get Invisalign at the time or braces. So I opted for Invisalign. So finally, that work is going to start. So that's what's going to be happening on June 6th. So hopefully I'm not going to just be high on whatever shit they inject you with laughing gas or whatever. So June 6th maybe.
Or hopefully.
Anesthesia.
Right. And also I will say, so by the way, I'm glad you asked this. For the next podcast next Tuesday, unless we can get the stream key out to DeMarco, or I guess it can only be DeMarco because now Holly's gone. There won't be a show next week unless we can get that working, so we'll talk about that behind the scenes. And sorry, I just dropped this on you live, DeMarco, but we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll figure it out. So there might not be a show next week because of that, but it's there's a lot going on. So anyway, but yeah, sorry, was that all, Assassin?
Yeah, that was all.
Fantastic. And hey, you can find me on Twitter, Red Wolf Renegade. It's all in the description below. Follow me there. Yell at me on Twitter every time I tweet out something nice about something that I'm excited for, and then have someone yell at me because I have a beard or whatever. I don't know. That's how Twitter is. Lots of mental health is out of control in 2025. It's great. I love it. It's my favorite thing. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. It's been amazing. And shout out to all the channel members. I see you, Frost, Game Seeker, Lotus Esprit, Umbra, FarQ, BT Maverick, Gray Monad, Jonas, everyone that I forgot. I apologize, but thank you guys so much. It's been an amazing show as always, and we'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Will we though?
Did I say next week? Wait, hang on. I didn't mean next week. I meant we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
When you see ya.
When I see you. Goodbye.
I see you when I see ya.